Hi, and welcome back to yet another exciting week of the Lazy Money Game. In this week's episode, I will give an update to my portfolio, and then I will try and answer a couple of questions from the audience as well. So let's start with a portfolio update. The first thing we immediately notice is that there was a green circle for this week's episode, meaning that the portfolio is up in value compared to last week. If we then go to the Portfolio Values tab, you can see that the value has increased by $5,700. At the same time, you can see that the costs have stayed unchanged. If we then continue to my favorites tab, namely the dividends tab, then you can see that this has been quite a remarkable week since I have received a little more than $175, and they all came from Unum Group. And with this dividend, that means that I have now surpassed the $700 mark for the first time ever. So if we then go to the goals tab, that means that I can cross off goal number 44, since I have received more than $700 in dividend in a single month. And it doesn't even stop there. Since on Seeking Alpha, I have received an email stating that Unum Group is increasing their dividend from 30 cents per share to 33 cents per share, meaning that they are raising their dividends by 10%. These are truly great news for my portfolio. So it's remarkably simple if we go back to my portfolio and look at Unum Group here, where I have now updated the dividends. So the next time that I'm going to receive a dividend, instead of receiving $178.50, I'm going to receive $196. The reason why you see a different number here for the next payment is due to the fact that this is before I am paying my 15% in US withholding tax. So this has been a remarkable week, both in terms of unrealized gains, meaning share price increases, and from a dividend perspective with Unum Group increasing the dividend by 10%. And just to put it into perspective, if we go to Finviz to take a look at the overall S&P 500, look how many companies are in the green for this week, and look at how much they are actually in the green. This is truly remarkable. If we then turn to questions from the audience, then I have received a question that goes like this. Can you please explain where I can see whether or not a ETF is paying out a dividend when I'm using the same broker as you, namely Nordnet? So let me try and answer that question for you. I will of course share a link in the description below for this particular web page, since these are all the ETFs which you can currently trade on Nordnet. And up here there's actually a filter criteria, and if you only search for udlodende, meaning distributing, then it would only list those. And you can see in the names here, sometimes it says dist, that is short for distributing, and if it says ACC, that means that it's accumulating. So if you, for instance, click on number 3 here, you would also be able to see it here under the facts regards to udbyttepolitik, if it's set to be distribuerende, meaning that it would be distributing, paying out a dividend. If we then continue to the next question, then it goes like this. Hey LMG, I have been reading the book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and it seems to me that you are following a very similar strategy, since they are talking about that you should acquire assets instead of liabilities. Well, my answer to that question will be indeed, since what you're looking at on the screen right now is all the assets which I have been acquiring over the last more than 2 years. And I'm trying to accumulate enough assets to be able to generate this passive stream of income so I can do whatever I want with my time. So that actually sums it up for yet another exciting week of the Lazy Money Game. So if you have enjoyed the content and made it all the way to the end of the video, then please consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel a lot. And until I see you next time, bye!